This is the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, two law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold up. This may get a little bumpy.
Welcome. We late. His fault.
What? My ass.
His fault.
I was even texting you like, bro, did you fall asleep or something?
No, he didn't. It's his fault.
Whatever. Hey, did you know that the largest lock in the world is 916 pounds? And it's in Russia? Sorry, everybody, I'm at work.
I know your phone's ringing.
that I can't control. Sorry, everybody. If there wasn't an issue, it wouldn't be our podcast.
So, welcome back, Motor Cop Chronicles podcast with our midweek news. I got so many fucking stories. I don't even have. I didn't get to half of them that I wanted to do, and I actually put 13 on here instead of 12. So we'll see. Who's echoing?
I'm echoing?
Oh, I got it. It's on my end. From my end. He should be fine now.
See, his fault.
It's my fault. I had to reset his camera, and I forgot to turn the sound off. So if it's raining real bad tomorrow, I don't know. He may be too busy to do it. If he can't do it, I might jump on because there's some more stories I want to talk about.
I'm always willing to do.
And if I can't write tickets, might as well talk about shit, right?
Absolutely.
So, want to thank everybody that's watching, liking, subscribing, share it, send it to your friends, send it to your frenemies.
Love every one of you.
We're going to get this first story. I'm going to read it. And I put it on here. It happened a couple of weeks ago, but I had to put it on here because it reminds me of my little buddy over here. Because it's about a prostitution ring being busted.
Oh no, not the hookers. I love the hookers.
Not really. The hookers didn't. I think this was the head Wang.
Oh, Mr. Miyagi.
Deputies in Baton Rouge bust a prostitution ring in 5 massage parlors across the city. 5 of them. 5. There's a whole bunch of rub and tugging not going to be going on.
That's bullshit.
These are the people that got arrested. Wang, Johnny Wang.
Something Wang?
And Ting Song. Johnny, he was the big Wang right here. He's the head honcho, I believe, Mr. Wang.
Jesus.
3 people were arrested a couple Saturdays back after a months-long investigation into an organized prostitution ring in 5 Baton Rouge massage parlors. I wonder who the undercover guy was. Maybe. He's like, look, I got to arrest these motherfuckers. My dick is getting raw. They don't use lotion.
Oh, God, no.
After obtaining search warrants for a Lotus Massage on Jones Creek Road, Wonderful Land Massage, that's a fucking name right there, the B&B Spa on O'Neill, the Blue Olive Spa on Coursey, and the All Natural Spa on Jefferson Highway. Deputies said the massage parlors were engaged in prostitution. Saturday, deputies arrested Johnny Wang. It's Mr. Wang. I wonder if he's like, if his daddy, they called his daddy Big Wang.
Big Wang, yeah.
And he's Little Wang. Come here, Little Wang. Anyway, he was booked on charges of money laundering, promoting prostitution, pandering, and criminal conspiracy. Chun Ting Zing Song, her right there, Ting Song. She was charged with money laundering, promoting prostitution, pandering, criminal mischief.
Hey, Bam.
criminal conspiracy. During the search, deputies seized over $37,000, a gram of ketamine, 2 grams of meth, and a handgun. So there's going to be a lot of disappointed men out there that they probably their favorite hug and tug got pulled down.
Oh, God, was it before Valentine's Day? That's terrible.
Roy's in the house on YouTube. He's got,
Roy.
I think he's got about 19 hours left, and he'll be in a conditional release on Facebook until he violates his parole conditions. He'll be here. Oh, hookers, lives matter. You are HLM. They do. I don't know if they're hookers or prostitutes. I mean, they're not doing it on the street. I mean, Mr. Wang takes care of his ladies.
Jesus.
I just pulled it. I had to do it. I just had to. Well, Stare used to get it. No, I'm joking.
Fuck.
So you want to do this next one?
Hang on. I'm trying to get caught up. I was wrapping up that tax return. Child 4.
Yes. This one ain't really a very funny story. It's kind of like sickening, but
Why you always give me the fucked up shit? Child 4 accidentally kills himself with a gun found in a car. Jesus Christ. God be with his family. A 4-year-old boy in Louisiana sitting in the back of the car with 2 younger siblings fatally shot himself in the forehead with a gun he found while his mother and another adult smoked the marijuana in the front seat, authorities said. An autopsy Monday... Why the fuck? An autopsy Monday found that Jerrion Walker's gunshot wound was self-inflicted, Jefferson Parish Sheriff Joseph Lapinto said at the news conference late Monday. The Times, New Orleans Advocated report. It was a contact wound to the forehead right above the right eyebrow, Jefferson Parish Coroner Carey said. The shooting happened about 10:45 p.m. Saturday in the city of Westboro, or Westwego.
Westwego.
Westwego?
Yes. Correct.
Jesus Christ. Of all your all's names that don't sound like they look, that one actually does. A suburb of New Orleans. That's surprising. Jerrion was sitting in the back seat with 2 siblings aged 22 months and about 1, authorities said. The adults admitted to smoking the weed. The little boy was rushed to the hospital where he died of his injuries. No shit. No one was arrested. Really? Though detectives will complete the investigation and turn the results over to the Jefferson Parish District. You are some shitty cops. I'm sorry. That's child endangerment minimum.
Yeah, I would say you and mom and dad, or mom and whoever, sitting in the front seat, partaking in the devil's lettuce, and
you got your fucking cat in the back seat with your kids.
Yeah, and kills himself. Yeah, I think these parents need, or whoever the parent is, the mother or both, need to go to prison for a very long time, lose custody of all of their children.
Since the child's dead, the sheriff's office is cautioning gun owners to secure their firearms. How about you do your fucking job?
How about not smoke weed in the car with your children?
Dear Lord.
Just right there. If you want to smoke, why didn't they just why they could have went home and smoked weed? Why you go sit in the car? Poor kids gonna get secondhand weed smoke and everything. It's just, people are, now this little child will never get to live its life because mom and dad decided getting fucking high is more important than taking care of the children. That's correct, Shannon. They do need to be charged.
I don't understand. Well, it's in New Orleans. That explains so much.
Yeah, well, sure.
Ain't that the... Wait a minute. Is that the new sheriff?
They should be... No, because the sheriff this was in Jefferson Parish. This is the suburbs in New Orleans.
Gotcha.
It's not even inside the city limits. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they need to be put under the jail. Never be allowed to have children again. Like I said, if they want to smoke weed, smoke weed. But
Yeah, no, they'd be in fucking handcuffs. I don't understand how the officers let them walk on that. And then they're recommending it to the DA. Are you fucking kidding me?
Roy says when he used to be in the tow truck business, he used to pick up a lot of wrecked cars with the parents were drunk and the kids were in a car with them.
See, that shit, that's the quickest way for me to hit you with a DUI and child endangerment.
Oh, Shannon, you asking me would you ask me what the unincorporated means? It's just out. It's just not part of the city. It's out, just outside of it. That means it's not city limits or whatever. Just, you have city and then you have like outside. I don't know how to explain it.
That young lady's got to be from Louisiana, because that's definitely ain't that one of y'all's last names?
No, this was Jefferson Parish, not county. We have parishes in Louisiana. This next story is it's fucked up. It's not as fucked up as that is at all. Hello,
Of
Sarah.
course not. You're reading it.
Oh, it's messed up, but got a picture right here. Bang! Look at this beautiful motherfucker right there.
Yeah, picture of me.
If it is, it was after your wife caught you doing something you wasn't supposed to.
He's got his shit split. Oh, damn.
This is a Georgia man right here, not Florida man. It's a Georgia man. He shot his wife 7 times after she asked for a divorce. He is sentenced to decades in prison. He ought to be sentenced to 100 years in prison.
Shit split.
You're about to find out how his shit got split, too. And then you're really going to laugh. A Georgia man was sentenced to decades in prison after pleading guilty to repeatedly shooting his wife after she asked for a divorce. Ronald Richard Goss, 57, pleaded guilty to attempted murder for a February 2018 incident in Ball Ground. Goss admitted to shooting his then estranged and now ex-wife, so she didn't die after taking 7 rounds, which is amazing by itself. Tina Davis 7 times after forcing his way into her home and saying something to the effect of, if he couldn't have her, no one could. Well, that was original. According to the Cherokee County District Attorney's Office, he was arrested in the early morning hours of the day in question and charged with a criminal attempt to commit murder, home invasion, aggravated battery, and aggravated assault under the Family Violence Act. When booked, authorities noted Goss had suffered a substantial injury to his own face, as we can see up here. Nearly 1 year later, he was formally indicted by the grand jury on 1 count of each criminal attempt to commit murder, possession of firearm, blah, blah, blah. He was also indicted on 9 counts of aggravated battery. All right, when he kicked his way into the house, he cut the power, he entered through a garage door, he shot his way inside past the locked door, and then he assaulted his soon-to-be ex-wife in the master bedroom. He shot her in the chest, left forearm, left thumb, left shoulder, right hip, and in the head. What the hell was he using, a 25? Causing external injuries as well as spinal injury that left her with no feeling from the waist down. So this poor woman is paralyzed now because of this motherfucker. According to law enforcement, account of the onslaught and its tragic aftermath. The injury to the defendant's face, the DA noted, whoops, what happened there? Was caused during the attack. How did this happen to this poor gentleman that was trying to kill this woman? It was caused by a bullet that ricocheted and struck him in the face during the attack. So basically, he shot himself in the fucking face.
So it would have been an accidental murder-suicide had he have worked.
Yeah. He was sentenced to 65 years in prison. He did everything in his power to kill her. It is only by the grace of God that she's still here with us, the district attorney said. Of course, she's paralyzed for the rest of her life, and he's old enough. He'll die in prison before he has any chance of getting out. This poor woman had to go through 15 surgeries, dental procedures to help correct the damage to her face. She says she spent nearly 500 hours in rehabilitation, and she's currently walking on her own, so she's not paralyzed, so she's starting to walk. What hurts most are the things he took from my future, she said in her victim impact statement. I would have been a go-to babysitter for my grandkids. I would have been a full-time nano. This should be the best years of my life. I should be checking off my bucket list, but thanks to him, I spend my days in therapy just to regain a portion of what he took. I might not have died that day, but he took my life just if I had. The woman added that she had lost the best years of her life. She said one of her goals is to hopefully one day run again. So,
should have ran that day.
This piece of shit right here. Yeah, right here. I hope that he has to choke on dicks every fucking day to keep from getting killed in prison. I hope if he has his tonsils, they get removed. Somebody's going to pull their dick out of his mouth, and his tonsils are going to be on the head of somebody's dick.
Maybe he shot his eye out so they could fuck him in the eye hole. Dickhead.
Let's get him off of there. Anyway, at least the lady did survive. I mean, like I said, she could be dead. It could be worse.
Right.
I'm glad that the bullet ricocheted. I wish they had said he had to be using like a 25 or something like that for them.
And not only that, it was non-hollow points.
Yeah.
Because those are ball rounds, because you could tell the way it went in and then circled his skull. A hollow point wouldn't have done that. It would have exploded on impact.
That's just horrible.
You want me to read this next one?
Do you want to read that next one?
Sure. Chicago prosecutors refused to charge 10-time felon caught stealing catalytic converters with a felony. What? Who wrote this? Chicago, Illinois. Chicago police officers responding to a call about a theft in progress. Here we go. This fucking word. Allegedly witnessed a 10-time convicted felon stealing catalytic converters. Regardless of being caught red-handed and having a significant criminal history, prosecutors refused to charge him with a felony. Read more. On January 12th, around 2 a.m., a 911 caller reported to the Chicago Police Department that they had witnessed someone stealing a catalytic converter off a Toyota Prius in the 2100 block of West Roscoe and Roscoe Village. When police arrived on the scene, they saw the suspect, identified as 35-year-old Dexter Williams, as he was trying to steal another catalytic converter. Police moved, and Williams took off on foot, leading officers on a brief foot pursuit. I thought they weren't allowed to do that. Until he ran down an alley and tried hiding next to a garbage can.
He did have a green shirt on. Maybe it was a green garbage can. He thought he was camouflage.
Waste management. Officers were able to find him and take him into custody. As the officers were searching the area where Williams was allegedly seen, they located a green power saw and a car jack. The car jack was used to prop up the second Toyota Prius that Williams was allegedly seen underneath. This motherfucker loves that word. When police checked his history, they learned that he had a total of 10 felony convictions. They meant to put total. And was currently on parole for one of them. That felony conviction was for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon with a previous gun conviction. The other felony convictions included crimes such as resisting arrest, causing injury, aggravated battery of a government employee, gun and drug cases, a significant enough criminal history that police figured it was fitting to charge Williams with yet another felony. The state disagreed. Wow. The Cook County State's Attorney Office instead directed the officers to charge Williams with a misdemeanor theft charge and to release him with a court date. That means that William is free to go about his business and commit more crimes while his case plays through court.
First of all, I believe these catalytic converters are quite expensive, and then you got to have it put on your car. So it should be well over probably $500, which would be a felony.
Yep, they are.
But yeah, we have welcome to Illinois. Yes, Crook County at its finest. And yes, Roy, don't click on that. I saw that pop up there. That is spam. It tries to get you to some porn site or something like that. We get them all the time in there.
Well, now he's gonna go click it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that's him. He's probably out stealing catalytic converters as we speak.
You know, the best thing that could happen to him, and I don't really wish ill on anybody.
Is that Jack slip?
Ding, 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 and the car crush him.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
so they come out in the morning to go to work, and they find that dude underneath the car stuck.
Little legs sticking out, kind of like the Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
We call him the Prius of pinning. It's obvious. Aaron, do y'all have a lot of people that drive Priuses around there? That he was just
Chicago.
But yeah, I guess they had gotten permission to chase him or something. Like I said, maybe we'll look out and the car will fall on him.
That's the only way he's gonna get justice.
He will die from a Wizard of Oz death. I think I had this next story out of order, but
the cop.
No, it's I think I sent it last because I had missed it. I thought I did. do. I had to skip it for right now. It's about a gang member that just got convicted. Not really that important.
Couldn't happen to a better person.
I didn't put this one. I think I sent it to you, but
the next one I got is a cop pops himself.
Well, we can do that one. This one may piss some people off because it is what it is, but probably got different. This is found it. This law enforcement officer committed suicide. I know I sent it to you and sent it to me. Go ahead and pull it up on your end. I don't know where the hell.
Look at the camera.
So, I don't know. Go ahead and read it. I don't know where I put it.
All right.
It's like I sent it to you, but I don't have it.
All right. I'll do this
Oh,
one.
yeah, here it is. I got it.
Go ahead and do that one then.
Anyway, the gist of it is it says police officer kills himself after posting videos about demonic racism in the criminal justice system.
Fuck's he work? California?
No, he's from Louisiana. Police officer from Louisiana killed himself after sharing a series of videos online saying he had had enough of serving a system that does not give a damn about him or other African Americans. He was 43 years old, from the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's deputy. He died by suicide a couple Mondays ago, after speaking extensively about the demonic criminal justice system and the killing of black men, including George Floyd. We can listen to some of his own words right here.
I've had enough of all of this nonsense of serving a system that does not give a damn about me or people like me. This killing that's going on, especially by the police, which I am. I can't abide by this no more. I'm not having anything to do with this nonsense anymore. You have no idea how hard it is to put a uniform on in this day and age.
No.
With everything that's going on. Floyd? Man. Brianna? Right. I'm telling you that If this feels right to you as a person, then something is wrong with you. This is the furthest thing from right. I'm not doing it anymore. Loved my job. Loved it. Loved every aspect of it. Finally found something I could call my own and made it my own. And but this is bigger than that. And I'm not gonna do that. There's no way I can just be like, oh, okay, it's no big deal. No, this is a very big deal to me. This is a tipping point. And just to continue to think that we can just do what we've been doing and just hit the status quo like that, and people, no, none whatsoever. This is wrong. It needs to be resisted against, and you have an obligation and a duty to do that. Because if not, you're complacent.
He could have just quit.
If I continue just doing what I am doing and not saying anything. I've tried to bring things to people's attention, little small things, but it's a system, and I'm a small cog in this whole big machine. But I can tell you this: there's more good people than bad. Y'all need to figure that out real quick, because it's the truth. It is the absolute truth. And if y'all ain't got each other's back, then they're going to continue to divide and conquer and just sow dissension and everything between people who actually probably make it be out a good ally. This is my protest against police brutality and everything else that comes along with it in this broken, wicked, worldly system that does not give a damn about people. I don't know what it cares about, but it don't care about us.
You guy's a fucking
It's really
idiot.
don't. Does not. Does not.
Well, I guess, man, he must have been, I don't think he was a cop for that long. But if he, all right, first of all, let me get this out the way. I'm sad that the man killed himself. No one should have to do that or take their own life.
Oh, you could have just quit, dude.
Well, if he's complaining about this broken system, which he made a comment in there that there's more good people than bad, so he kind of contradicts himself in that aspect of it. There's bad people in everything. I got my own opinions on the Breonna Taylor thing. She was, if you're gonna hang around with dirtbags, if you're gonna lay down with dogs, you end up with fleas. Unfortunately, she got killed laying down with the dogs.
He was using her for a shield.
Yeah, so they can say what they want to about that. That's bullshit. Y'all know how I feel about the George Floyd thing. If you don't, if you need to, go listen to past episodes. Like I said, unfortunately, it's sad that this man decided that taking his own life because of this or whatever he was feeling was what he had to do. I do understand he had a small son, a child, and stuff like that. Because in here it says he had talked to him. Says he was a longtime deputy, Iraq veteran, served in Afghanistan.
But I mean, I completely disagree with what he considers that there is a civil rights violation happening all over the place, and no, it isn't. It's very pocketed. Basically, the mainstream media made this man do it because he's seeing all these videos that they're pushing, but they're not showing the positives. And it is very hard to do the job. I don't do it now, but at the same time, at the end of the day, and compared to 15 years ago, you used to get a thank you officer or somebody would buy you a drink. And
if he believed the system is that broken,
should have went with the feds.
No, you're in the system. Keep doing you might be a small cog. Keep doing your best to try to change it.
Yeah.
Try to change it. This one thing it said, he explained that he took his own life in an attempt to change the injustice system which drove him to this point. How in the world this didn't even make national news.
He took the coward's way out.
I mean, he did this. This did not change nothing. I guarantee you most people did not even hear about this. This was local news thing. This did not hit national news media.
Yeah.
Of course, you got some people, it infuriates me that the injustice in our own backyard can cause a father, friend, and peace officer to go to these limits to wake us up. He didn't wake anybody up. All he did was leave. I'm assuming he's married or was married. All he did was leave family members with trauma for the rest of their lives. Now, this little boy is going to grow up without his daddy now because of this. Like I said, if people are feeling that way, reach out and talk to somebody. If you don't want to talk to your friend, your family, or nothing, they have free services out there. There's
like, did he not have a
counselors and all
coworker that he
stuff.
could trust?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's sad, but he didn't change anything in the system. It's just, I don't know. I think there had to be more going on than just that. Like I said, if he thought the system was so broke, go change it. I mean, my thing is, a lot of cops commit suicide. There's stuff out there. If you're feeling that way, and you know, as I know, and I'm not, the suicide, counselor, nothing like that. And I know though that most cops that if they even thinking about that and stuff, they're not gonna say nothing.
Nope, they'll just do it
because you're gonna get to put on wacky duty or off duty. They're gonna take your gun away, and now you're gonna get stuck with this stigma now, stuff like that. So a lot of them aren't gonna say anything, unfortunately. Go to a private counselor. I mean, most law enforcement agencies I know have insurance.
Or a chaplain.
I mean, go talk, if you're religious, go talk to your priest, your chaplain, or whatever you want to, but go talk to somebody. I mean, like I said, I feel bad for the little boy and the family. So, I mean, I just, there's better ways out, but I'm sorry, I can't like say, oh, he did this for that. No, he didn't do that for that. He took the easy way out for himself and left everybody else to clean the shit up. So, but if anybody out there, you don't have to be in law enforcement. You can be anybody. You having bad thoughts, pick up the phone and call somebody. There's people out there that listen to you. I mean,
I call this asshole and bitch all the time.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Especially like midnight, 2 a.m.
Or sending you, a text at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're sleeping and somebody else is not.
Moving on to a brighter mood. Former police officer sentenced to 40 years for child molestation.
Is that really a brighter mood?
He's sentenced. Hell, half the people we talk about get released.
I just put them up on here, didn't I?
A former Crowley and Lake Arthur police officer was sentenced Tuesday morning to 40 years in prison. Damon Broussard's crime is molesting a young child. His sentence comes 9 years after charges were initially brought against him. He was found guilty back in November of 21. 6 women who claimed to be Broussard's victims and testified against him were in the Arcadia Parish courthouse to see the sentence through with their own eyes. They were very grateful and they were very happy, recalled Assistant Director, District Attorney for Arcadia Parish, Brian Langford, who argued on behalf of the victims and spent 15 minutes after the sentence speaking to each one. Took up the cases in 2021. When he reached out to the victims, he remembered they were furious, they were angry, they felt that they had been forgotten. They felt the law enforcement and criminal justice system that everybody had just let them down. A teenager brought the first charge of molestation of a juvenile under 13. See, in Florida, that's a capital felony. That's life. Broussard in the year 2013, but her case and others languished in court for almost 8 years. The 6 victims, wow. Yeah, this son of a bitch definitely deserves 40 years, and I hope he gets backdoored every day he's there. The streets are safer now that he's locked away, but 40 years? Are all's like sexual charges like not as big as elsewhere?
No, let me play this little video. I'll see a picture of him.
Everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. A former Crowley and Lake Arthur police officer has been convicted of molesting a young child. The conviction comes 8 years after charges were brought against him. A jury unanimously found Damon Broussard guilty of the charge of molestation of a juvenile under the age of 13 Thursday. News 10's Neil Zarang spoke to the assistant district attorney who made it his mission to finally close this case.
That's right, Darla. Damon Broussard's criminal file in...
We already heard the story. That's a picture of him right there. That piece of shit.
I will never be able to fathom how a full-grown man sees a child and gets turned on.
I have no idea. That's a sick motherfucker right there.
I mean, it shouldn't even have to go to court and spend tax dollars. Put a needle in his arm, put his ass to sleep.
Well, unfortunately, the whole bunch of tax dollars is going to be spent on him because he now is going to be in jail for a long time. So your tax money can keep going to pay for it.
You should get a little girl's daddy's 15 minutes of peace with his ass.
Yeah, you're right, Jason. He is sick. He's sick. This next one here. I should have picked funnier stories. Oh, well, it is what it is. It happens sometimes. Not everything can be funny. Oh, wait until this other story comes up in a little bit. You think that one's sick. Florida man and woman. Of course, I got to have a Florida man and woman for my buddy over here. Because he's got to have... Florida man and woman charged with murder after allegedly, that's our favorite word, that's our word of the day every day, allegedly, gunning down and running over a 70-year-old grandfather during a carjacking. We got pictures.
No. Really?
These two right here are the bad guys.
Oh, I thought you meant the guy getting ran over.
No, I don't have the video. A Florida man and woman have been arrested in connection with the death of a 78-year-old man who was shot and killed in front of a CVS pharmacy in Orlando over the weekend. Giovanni White, 19, I believe that's her. No, that's him. His name's Giovanni. 19 right here. Jasmine Monroe, 25. They stand accused of murder in the first degree and carjacking with a firearm over the January 30th, 2022 death of Yukan Cummings. This is the poor old man that lost his life because of these dirt bags. Good little pawpaw. This little hat on.
Was he dead before he got ran over?
I hope he was, because that had to be painful. He was picking up his prescriptions when he was killed, according to his family.
Oh, he was an OG pimp, man. Look at that top hat.
He was a hard-working man who was retired. The victim's son, who asked not to be identified, told the news source. He was a father, a brother, or grandfather. He didn't deserve this at all. No, he did not.
Nobody deserves that shit.
No, well, this man worked all his life trying to enjoy his retirement, and
right?
And you know, and now he's dead because of these two pieces of shit right here. We're people who don't bother anybody. I don't understand how any of this happened, the grieving son continued. It's bad, man. And I know for people that elderly like that, it makes them not want to come out at all. And that's no way to live. It's senseless. That is correct. Authorities believe there was at least one other person involved in the brutal carjacking that left Cummings dead that tragic Sunday. We are not releasing additional information, including the vehicle or suspect description, the sheriff's office initially said after the slaying, but since then the law enforcement has taken a much different tone. According to law enforcement, he had just picked up his medication, was on his way back to his car when he was confronted by these two pieces of shit.
I want to run him over.
They shot him in broad daylight, and then they stole his vehicle. As they left the scene of the crime in the stolen car, they also ran over the man twice. I mean, front and back tires, I'm assuming. Sheriff officials alleged the brazen suspects backed the car over the... No, they didn't. They ran him over and backed back up over this poor old man.
What the fuck?
And then ran over him again as they left. Jesus Christ. It was just shocking for all of us to know that our father will never return home again. Yes, this poor family here. They're
That little old dude wasn't doing shit.
picking up probably his cholesterol medicine or something. They are being held without bond in the jail, and Florida's got a death penalty, don't they?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, hopefully, even though this boy is 19 years old, he knows better. And this girl, what did they accomplish besides killing this poor old man over here? Nothing.
Yeah, it ain't like they got to keep the fucking car.
No, they killed him over probably nothing for no reason. Killed this man, bro. I hope the poor man was dead before they ran him over like that. But to run him over twice like that these two people are sick. They're sick individuals to take this poor old man's life like that.
Monsters. Those over there are not people. Those are monsters. There is no doubt about that.
Jason said he thinks that he was picking up Viagra.
Right, it was Valentine's Day, wasn't it?
He might have been. He might have been out there with
and rock
girlfriend.
grandma's boots.
But
look at that top hat.
that
Shannon says that they were trying to do this in Juliet and Manuka, Illinois. They started by asking, yeah, that's why around here we got signs that says don't hand change to the homeless, because they literally will pull you out of your car the minute you try to hand them change.
Oh, this next one's even sicker. I guess I'm just trying to make people think.
God.
You see it?
Yeah.
You got it?
I'm picking the stories next week. Hey, Jennifer.
It's the 5-year-old. Yeah.
God,
I got pictures. Let me pull a picture of this piece.
No.
Man accused of killing a 5-year-old.
Yeah, I know. I got it. But I'll tell you what. Oh, God. Never mind. Man accused can't even talk. Man accused of killing a 5-year-old.
This
arrested
piece of shit.
Louisiana.
Right here.
Bayou Blue, a man accused of killing a 5-year-old in North Carolina over 4 years ago, was arrested in Louisiana on Friday. The Lafourche Sheriff's Office.
That's Lafourche.
Of course it is.
It's Lafourche.
Lafourche Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, Lafourche.
Assisted the Pender County Sheriff's Office in arresting 23-year-old David Wesley Parvette after deputies tracked him to southern Louisiana. The victim, 5-year-old, was found unconscious on November 13, 2017, and taken to the hospital where she died days later. An autopsy found signs of strangulation and sexual trauma. God. Privet was first named a suspect of Venters back in 2018, but he was jailed in 2019 after pleading guilty to unrelated charges of intimidating a witness, breaking and entering, larceny, and setting fire to a building. He was released in January 2020 after serving 10 months. Really? After his release, police received a warrant for his arrest for first-degree murder, first-degree statutory rape, and statutory sex offenses with a child.
Now you see this piece of shit right here. We should be able to put him in a cell, let this child's parents go in there and do whatever they want to with them for however long they want.
Oh, yeah.
Because this right here is that pretty little girl.
You touch, hurt, or anything, any of my children, you will not make it to fucking court.
You see this little girl right here that don't get to live her life? Because this piece of shit right here is...
just take him out in the swamp, tie him to a stump, and cover his ass with honey.
I don't have words. Look at that little girl. I do not have words for him. People like him should not be allowed to breathe air ever. Not to spend the rest of their life in prison or nothing like that. But sucking off the tit of the taxpayer, getting 3 square meals a day and cable TV and all that stuff. No, when this little girl's in the ground somewhere, because he's a sick motherfucker that can't keep his, that thinks this is sexually attractive.
I'd waterboard him for a while. Yeah, that's a piece of shit. What we got next,
How
man?
about
Tell me you got something.
how about this? How about taking a glass tube, sliding it up in his pee-pee hole, and cracking it open, and then putting honey on it and let ants loose on it.
Oh, that'll work.
This little girl, right? This story, I did this because this poor beautiful little girl, right here, did never deserved what she. This motherfucker right here.
I love Bam. You ain't bullshitting.
Well, not.
Look, I was in law enforcement. This is making me fucking squirm.
Well, the next one is just about human trafficking.
Hey, did you guys know that dolphins sleep with one eye open and use half their brain? I mean,
sounds
yeah.
like people to me.
No, they
only using
literally-
half their brain.
No, so they shut the thinking side off of their brain, and the other half of their brain turns on that allows them to scan their surroundings while they're sleeping.
It's like they're fucking Democrats. They only got half their brain turned on. Oh, this next one here, I got a picture of him too, I think. I do. Right here. I got all kind of pictures. Look at him. Whew, look at this beautiful motherfucker right here. Ain't he
White
pretty?
guy?
Look at him. Anyway, this man was a psychiatric nurse practitioner. He was helping people that had mental problems. Please help me, Mr. Doctor Man. I'm crazy. He got arrested. He's a psychiatric nurse practitioner in Louisiana. Did Louisiana man a lot tonight. He has been arrested on human trafficking and drug charges. Mark Damon Decalute, or however you say his last name, Jr., who worked in the Alexander area, which is really close to Texas up there, was booked into the Rapides Parish Detention Center on Wednesday, according to a news release. Cynthia Beverly, who worked alongside him at the Axis Behavioral Health, spoke to the Advocate about his arrest. We didn't know anything about it until the news broke this morning, she said. All of us are in shock. None of us had a clue. He was such a sweet young man. She didn't say that. I just added it. We had to pick our jaws up off the floor and say, is this real? How is it possible? The area's drug enforcement unit received complaints in November about a local medical provider who was believed to be trading narcotics for sexual favors.
How is that sexual trafficking?
Mr. Ding Dong up here, 40 years old, was identified as a suspect. The agents found that he would allegedly, our favorite word, that he would solicit men with cash to find women for sexual purposes, the sheriff said. At the time of his arrest, he was carrying Suboxone films, more of which were found alongside fentanyl, meth, and drug paraphernalia when his home was searched. Nothing is more disturbing than someone of authority victimizing someone in need. His bond was set at a big whopping, you ready for it?
$5.
$3,000 for the two drug charges, but amounts were not set for several other online record, jail record. So he don't have charges for the sex trafficking.
Because he wasn't sex trafficking. He was paying hookers. He was paying pimps to
Well,
go find him
basically, it
whores.
sounds like he was paying the pimp and then getting the hookers high.
Yeah, so?
So he was
What's
just
wrong with that? They're hookers.
Maybe they were underage. I don't know.
I mean, it's not like he was going into Mexico and kidnapping children and bringing them into the United States to work at a massage parlor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think of when I think of fucking child
I mean, look at him. He's got a neck like a fucking giraffe. He wasn't going to get laid without paying for it.
He looks like...
Well, they shouldn't have closed down all the rub and tugs. That's what happened.
He straight up looks like...
I mean, this dude was paying a pimp and then giving him drugs on top of it. He was
paying extra.
He could have been like getting high-end hookers from somewhere, and he was probably getting them old crackheads or something.
Ain't got no gas in it.
But he's a dumbass. I'm sure he got paid. He probably got a good little living going on there, too, being there. But that's him right there. He's a piece of shit.
We've covered this guy before.
He might be a hot nut. Just for being, he was trying
he's
to.
definitely an idiot.
Well, he was definitely trying to get a hot nut.
Yeah, I thought he was paying dudes, or if he was going inside the room with the psyche people and being like, "Look, it's a popsicle." I don't even know.
I don't know. He's a dumbass. I'm keeping him up for the hot nut thing. Of course, this next work of art. This
next one is my hot nuts.
This next one, he might win there. I'm not sure he looks mad.
We've covered this guy before.
I don't think so.
Not for this, but we've covered him before. He's been arrested before in Baton Rouge. Man arrested after burglarizing Baton Rouge Police Department. Baton Rouge, this is our type of story. Thank God we're getting back on the good side. A man was arrested after attempting to burglarize the Baton Rouge Police Department. A spokesperson for the department said 30-year-old Tuan Nai-jun, whatever the fuck, something Wang. Anyway, was charged with simple criminal damages of property, simple burglary, and possession of Schedule II drugs. Yeah, he was definitely on some shit. Oh, that's it? That's a short fucking story.
Yeah, it's short, but I mean, you got to put up there. The dude was trying to rob the police department.
I love you too, Anastasia.
Oh, this dude right here, who has a very Asian name, who don't look Asian.
My ass, he don't look Asian.
He looks like a black dude to me. He don't look Asian.
He's not Chinese. He's Vietnamese. I'll sleep on your couch outside with the dogs.
But this guy right here I'd love to know what kind of drugs he was on that he thought it would be a good idea to try to break into the police department.
I mean, it is a pretty smart idea. Where in the county do you know that you can get the most drugs?
Yeah, but the Baton Rouge Police Department, they have it used to be the old women's hospital. It's like 6 stories tall. It's ginormous. He was never gonna. Wow.
He's my hot nuts.
This next one here. Let me pull it up. I don't have a picture for it. This guy right here, though, I don't know. He's got his little teardrop or something there, but he looks like he's about to go Bruce Lee on somebody or something. My damn facial recognition ain't working on my phone. Might be the beard or whatever. I got a shaving of
Me too.
not long. The beard will be gone, and I'll be back to just my goatee.
Bah.
This next story is about a correctional officer. Correctional officers in a New York prison system intercept an Amazon package. First of all,
what? You can get fucking Uber in prison?
The fuck?
That just hit me.
You can order. You got Amazon Prime and you in fucking jail, and you ordering shit off of Amazon Prime while you in jail. That's the whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck? And it says, honestly, it sounds like something absurd that would come from a movie like Silence of the Lambs or Shawshank Redemption or even prison comedies like The Longest Yard. Blah blah blah. Before I really get into it, what is typically in your Amazon orders? Do you like to buy makeup or clothes, or vibrators or dildos or butt plugs? No, don't say that. Added that in there too. Perhaps you're getting something for your gaming setup or your sex dungeon. I typically end up having to buy printer ink for my dad every few weeks because he keeps printing out pornographic pictures. Nothing too crazy though.
We're skipping to the next story.
What?
Enough of that shit.
We're going to run out of story. Well, one person is not getting everything on their Amazon wish list. I saw in a report from NBC News that had a few corrections officers sounding like Brad Pitt asking, "What's in the box?" from that movie Seven, you know, when his wife's head got cut off and put it in the box, you know. I don't know. This dude is all up. Whoever wrote this story loves the movie references. County corrections officer discovered a meat cleaver.
What the fuck?
Hey, motherfucker, he's just going to make him some pork chops on that microwave he just ordered for his cell. In an Amazon package addressed to an inmate at the Riverhead Correctional Facility. The rest of the contents of the package were not shared by authorities, but it is said that everything except the meat cleaver was delivered to the inmate.
This fucking tweaker trying to break into my office while I'm sitting here.
We might see a real-life burglary in progress.
Oh, she breaks that glass, I'll put a round in her head.
Might see we would definitely get kicked off of our live feeds. The correctional officer opened it to inspect. They do that. They open mail. But they open up. My thing is, all right, they got the meat cleaver. I mean, why did he need the meat cleaver? I mean, was he actually, I mean, come on. But first of all, I just, what kind of jail are they at that you can order Amazon Prime and have it delivered? Yeah, that would be a 30-day for sure. But, yeah, I mean, really? I mean, this dude could, I mean, what the hell? I mean, they ordering. Yeah, I got my new Spanx coming in. I mean, what? Oh, by the way, somebody did not wear their new pants they had in today.
Oh, my God. Hang on. I'm going to go get them.
I shouldn't have said
I'm not going to
nothing.
put them on. I just want to show y'all.
Anyway, some of the merchandise I've been designing stuff, I order it myself first before I'll put it up on the Etsy store. This is one of the shirts right here, this orange shirt. I'm not real happy with it. It looks okay on camera, but I'm not real happy with it. I'm not going to put it up for sale because I wouldn't buy it for myself again. I had 2 other ones come in. They are good quality. I'm going to put them up there. Also, I don't know.
There you go.
He's bought himself some yoga
Look, it says
pants.
Holster down the side, and it's got this stretchy pants. Stretchy pants. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I was going to wear them tonight, but Iceman's like, no, and my daughter was like, no.
We did not see no moose knuckle up on the podcast.
Yeah. I got to send, now I'll probably just give these to Mel. They'll probably be too tight.
He said the quality of those are good. I'll probably put them up there minus his name on them.
What? Why wouldn't you want them to say Holstera?
If somebody wants some with their name on it, email me. We will add the name and put it in the store, and you can order it. That's how that would have to happen. I'd have to go in there and change it and put it up there, but nobody wants your name on there. He also has
I'll order it in his name.
He ordered a blanket. The blanket came in. Of course, he's got his name on everything. The blanket's good quality too. We can put it up there minus his name. Nobody wants to curl up with you.
No, everybody wants a Holstera blanket. There is nothing more wholesome than on a cold, chilly night, you could wrap yourself in the
If anybody wants anything, they're going to want a Freebird blanket.
That is true. Didn't you make him a crop top?
No, I was making them bathing suits.
Oh, hell yeah. Smile.
Oh, well,
Freebird can be underneath you.
Oh, well, Jennifer made a comment that violated community guidelines. I don't know if she got put in jail. Oh, yeah, she just got put in jail for 24 hours. So, on her Facebook. I don't know. We're dangerous. People are always going to Facebook jail. Look.
I actually have a thing down here, and I'm going to take a picture of it. It says community standards. They want me to read it every time we go live.
What's going to happen is eventually, I'm telling y'all, is we're going to end up on Rumble because I don't think you get kicked off for saying, as long as we're not on there, with hate speech or nothing. But Rumble's probably going to be where we're going to end up at eventually because everything else is just too woke or however you want to fucking say it.
I think this podcast is fine. Anybody that doesn't watch our Liberty Freedom Whiskey podcast on either Friday or Saturday night at 8 p.m., that podcast pushes the limits.
7 p.m. Central.
But yeah, but 8 p.m. Eastern, that's the one that matters the most.
All right, I'm gonna do this last story, and because he's
I'll read the damn thing. Here,
I got a picture of him too. I put lots of pictures of him.
the tweaker took off. I think she seen me recording her with my cell phone.
There he is. Look at that handsome fella.
Hammond man allegedly tried to meet up with underage girls for sex, arrested in East Baton Rouge. And he looks young himself. Baton Rouge, a man was arrested in East Baton Rouge after he allegedly tried to set up meetings with an undercover agent posing as a pair of teenagers. Arrest documents from the Louisiana Department of Public Safety describes the alleged conversation between Alan Bordelon, 33, and who he thought to be two young girls, ages 13 and 14. Well, I mean, if you add them up, it's like 26. In one of those conversations,
I don't think it works like that.
In one of those conversations, which date back to August 21, Borderline reported sent a photo of himself and describing what he wanted to do with the 14-year-old girl before asking if she could bring along a friend. The undercover officer then connected Borderline with another agent posing as a 13-year-old friend. Documents said Borderline offered to provide pointers since both the girls would be inexperienced. Borderline was arrested Wednesday and booked on charges of indecent behavior with a juvenile and computer-aided soliciting of minors. But he didn't actually talk to a fucking juvenile.
I think he showed up to meet him.
I guess.
They went all Chris Hansen.
He
on
does
his
look
ass.
like a 14-year-old boy. And she's like, these are the friends I was bringing with me. The SWAT team. Yeah.
Roy, here you go, Roy. Y'all can't see Roy's comments. Roy has a sick fetish of the Iceman's hands. He says, with these hands, I should have been a proctologist, and he would have came in once a week for a colonoscopy. Yeah. The only time you got to worry, Roy, is if I did it and both my hands were on your shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying. But those are all the 6 stories I have for this week. I didn't realize when I was putting them in that
I think you're sexually frustrated.
I went so much on. There's too many fucking pedophiles out there. I don't know. It's just sick people in this world. I mean, how many?
You just got so tired of everybody bidding on hot nuts that you decided to only put one fucking story in. Hot nuts worthy.
I really didn't think of that. I was just like, I just had these stories and I wanted them out. Good chance, like I said, if it's supposed to be raining here tomorrow, and I may jump on here, and I got some other stories and give y'all an extra one for this week. How's that?
I'll filter them for him. I won those.
They're because I'm probably gonna put out Sunday's Jason. I don't know if he's still here or not. Jason, who was in the chat on YouTube, he that's Jason who was in the last episode. I appreciate him. He'll probably be back on. He's still got a lot of stuff to talk about, funny stuff. Good dude. His second part, which are more of his funny, because the first one was real serious. The second one, he starts talking about some of his funny stories and stuff he had over his career. That will be, instead of putting it out Sunday, I'm probably gonna put it out Friday night, because I got an extremely busy weekend and I don't know what time I'm gonna get home Sunday night. And I don't want to, and I'm probably going to be tired, and I don't want to put it out. So I'm probably going to put them out Friday so y'all can do it. Like I said, it's a good chance we may put out an extra one, or I may. Depends on how busy he is.
Something, guys, he likes to put out.
Something tomorrow, extra.
We'll do it another. You want to go live again at 8?
I mean, it's fine. As long as it ain't, if the weather's bad, yeah, I'm going to do it, because I won't be out spreading cheer and love with tickets. So
everybody should get themselves an Iceman cup. This says Holstera.
No, nobody wants it.
They all want it.
This one right here. See. Now, if you want this, you got to go to Perfectly Dysfunctional Designs on Facebook. Talk to Bam. She hand makes these herself.
This fucker even put his name on the back of my cup.
My name is also on the back of his cup. On this side, it says "Smile." The Iceman can be behind you, and she can personalize it and put your name on it. But you have to talk to her.
Holstera.
You have to talk to her about the price because she makes these, and I don't know if she still has it, but put some stuff in it. It'll kind of have a light. It'll kind of glow in the dark, light blue a little bit. Not super bright, but it will glow a little bit. And
Aaron wants one.
Aaron, if you talk to her, she may take the smile part off of it for you and put your we could put your logo on the other side or something like that.
There you go.
So it'd be like both.
Can we do it like Hawaiian shirt colored?
It's not the point. It's blue wood grain. It's the blue wood grain.
I guess.
It's the point of it.
Because you're broadcasting from the ice box. Yeah,
It's not the ice box.
it is.
All right. See, I'll start voting on the hot nut story.
Really? Really?
Well, you got the.
Mine was the one where the guy fucked a 4-year-old. Jesus.
No, you have the psychiatric nurse practitioner that likes to overpay for crackhead hookers.
Yeah, that dude he's more stupid. The other one is just fucking
You
nuts.
got the guy that tried to rob the police department.
Yeah, that one. That's the only funny one.
You have little Wang. First story. We have Mr. Wang up top.
Oh, I was doing a tax return. I didn't even listen to that one.
Yeah, we remember. I was wondering if his daddy's name was Big Wang and they called him Lil Wang.
Yeah.
So that's probably basically it. The rest of them,
Quasimodo.
there's a lot of who's Quasimodo?
She talking about the guy broke into the jail?
Oh, I guess so. So that's probably the one that's gonna get it, if I'm guessing right.
No.
You don't
Big
think?
shock.
You don't think?
Need a WD-40 in my chair. Can you hear it squeaking?
Yes, I hear it. Shannon says the one that shot himself while he was shooting his wife.
Yeah, the guy that allegedly
wasn't-
robbed the police department.
If it wasn't for him shooting his wife, freaking. Well, of course, Bams is the guy who attacked his wife too and had the Ricochet shoot him.
What the fuck?
So
I mean, that's karma right there.
we got 1, 2. We actually got 3 on that one now.
I think we're not tied up, are we?
No, I don't know. I'm looking. That's Quasimodo, she said. Okay, I get it. I got it. I can see it now. So, I don't know. I think it might be this guy right here. I think this guy right here. I think it's going to be Mr. Hot Nuts. Right there. Because he's in jail. Right there. Yep, the Hot Nuts guy got it. Roy on YouTube voted for him too. Yep, not him. We need Hot Nuts music singing.
We just keep randomly
So-
picking up.
You get hot nuts when you shoot your wife and it ricochets off her head and hits you in the
It'd be even
face.
better if it blew his dick off.
Correct, Aaron. That's why you
Sticks
do
and
use
stones may
hollow
break my
points.
bones, but hollow points expand on impact.
So, anyway, he's the hot nut man of the day. If people are going to listen to the audio, if you want to see some of the pictures, you can go to YouTube, Facebook, scroll through the videos and watch them. 'Cause I had a lot of them on there. And Quasimodo up here.
Just follow
Yes.
us live and interact. We'd love to talk to you guys.
Yes. Like I said, go check out the. I still got to put the T-shirts up on there since they came in, and I got to redesign the pants or take his name off of them before I
What?
put them. I'm not putting their name on it. Somebody wants pants with Holster's name on it. Just let me know. I mean, you got the They're yoga pants. I'm not going to be wearing any.
Yeah.
I don't have pants on right now because you can't see that below. So it's kind of like I'm joking. I do. But y'all remember to like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. We'll keep getting a little bit more here and there growing. People like and subscribe. That helps. And when they share it with their friends and they actually like it, it helps too. But good chance we're probably gonna be we're gonna be back on tomorrow night with
we'll do another one tomorrow.
More funny stories since I just blew up the whole episode here with pedophiles.
Did you know that Alfred Hitchcock was frightened of eggs? Like deadly afraid of eggs? Yeah. The more you know. All right, everybody.
Useless
Love everybody.
information. Oh, watch your back, watch your partner's back, and remember to smile, because Iceman could always be behind you.